Good morning. It is Chi time. Today, I want to talk about something that most people misunderstand. Stress and peace are not moods. They're physiological states. Stress is not an emotion. Stress is a survival activation, and when the nervous system senses threat or uncertainty, it switches into a sympathetic state. Then that state just cascades through our entire body. Our adrenals turn on, the muscles brace, the breath shortens, our mind narrows, digestion shuts down, our immunity goes on pause, and the body prepares to survive, not to heal. So peace is not the opposite of mood, it's the opposite state. That's the parasympathetic side, if you will. When our parasympathetic system switches on, our vagal tone rises, the breath deepens, muscles soften, blood returns to our gut, digestion works, and everything just softens. Our immunity comes back, and our mind widens again. Happiness isn't even part of this picture yet. Happiness is a side effect at best. Everyone's studying happiness studies, everyone wants to be happy, they try to be fake happy. But here's the hard truth. Stress and peace cannot coexist biologically. The nervous system is a toggle, not a dimmer switch. You're either preparing for threat or you're preparing for repair. Our Western psychology calls this sympathetic dominance. Chinese medicine calls it liver qi constraint. Trauma work calls it hypervigilance. Taoists call it our heart fire. I was trying to say heart and fire together. Our heart fire disturbing our shen. And so it's all different languages, though, for the exact same thing that's happening within our body, this disturbance of no connection, I believe. And this is why Qigong is so important. And it's not just a exercise program, it's not just a relaxation, meditative thing. Qigong is a de-escalation of this survival signaling within our body. We use three main levers in Qigong to help stabilize. First, our breath. That's our autonomic switch, if you will. The longer exhale, our diaphragm moving, it actually makes our vagus nerve activated, and that alone begins flipping this sympathetic to parasympathetic response within our body. And then we have our fascia. Nobody really talks about that. It's a sensor. Fascia tells our brain if the environment's safe right there. If fascia was tight, the brain assumes there's danger. And if our fascia's soft and it glides, the brain assumes safety. Very simple. Movement is an emotional hygiene. Our emotions that weren't metabolized show up as muscular patterns. When movement unwinds our body, our emotions unclench. This is where people get blindsided. They expected a fitness class and they got a nervous system update. And that's the good part about Qigong. In Chinese medicine, we say qi stagnation precedes shen disturbance. I said that a bit ago, I kind of flubbed it up. But what it really means is if tension stays in our body, the spirit cannot settle. People think of spiritual work and they think it begins in our mind. And Taoists disagreed. First you open your body, then you regulate your breath, and then you calm your heart. And this isn't a spiritual practice. Or I should say this is a spiritual practice. It's not religious. This isn't once a week go to talk to God and talk to your community. This isn't anything to do with religion. This is spiritual, meaning that it's your body becoming connected with your heart and mind. And so it's kind of like If you're not connected that way, it's trying to meditate without opening your body is like trying to bake bread in the freezer. Nothing rises. And that's what is happening with Qigong. And that's where the distinction lies, happiness versus joy. Modern culture confuses happiness with joy. Happiness is dopamine. It's a driven thing by our events, stimulation, anticipation, and it's something that fluctuates. Joy, on the other hand, is different. It emerges. When our parasympathetic system dominates, joy requires safety, not stimulation, right? So joy has no object. It doesn't need a reason. It leaks out of a regulated nervous system. Taoists have tracked joy, not happiness. They call it Li, delight, and Qing, which is clarity of the mind, and inner ease, and De, which is the lived radiance of virtue. Now, most people today are not suffering from a lack of happiness. We're all really quite happy, I think. We all have every need met. They're suffering from a lack of peace. And peace is the precondition for joy. So stress closes our body and closes perception. Qigong opens the body and opens perception. That's when peace emerges, in that openness. And joy emerges from that peace. So instead of asking, how do I feel happier? We could ask, what would change if I stopped bracing for impact? What if joy returns when I stop trying to manage life? I know I thought I had to manage every little bit of life. But you know, life will manage itself. In our practice today, we're going to bring that universal energy in to help us, guide us, that we don't need to manage it. And we'll find out who I was before my nervous system learned to be afraid. That's why the Taoists like to return to act like a child, because I think that's most of us, that's when our nervous system was not afraid, when we were children. Let that land. Take a breath. Now, Qigong is this place. It's a landscape. It's like therapy for our body, mind, and spirit. It gives meaning and narrative, mindfulness, and awareness. It does somatic therapy within our body, which gives discharge and completion, and it has breath work, which does the reset. So Qigong basically gives capacity within our body, and capacity is how much life you can handle without losing peace. That's the difference between recovery and resilience. So as we practice today, there's nothing to chase. We're not performing. We're not trying to relax. We're signaling safety within our body. So let that breath lengthen. Let the fascia soften within your body. And let the nervous system stand down. The rest just takes care of itself. Your body can't heal and defend at the same time. And today we're choosing healing. So let us grab our water, give some good intention to our water. We always do that. I always put some buoy in my water. It's tasteless. Lots of great natural vitamins from the ocean, natural thiamine, B vitamins. I mean, I just can't go on and on about this. I have microscopic colitis, and so I have a hard time with absorption of those minerals, and this really works well. And if you're on my YouTube channel right now and you're ready to start working out, we are getting ready, so find a comfy spot and like and subscribe, because you're going to love this. I always try to do 15-20 minutes around there to try to relax and get our body to open up in the morning and feel safe. So this joy just occurs all day. So let us get ready, find our comfy spot. Didn't you know Qigong is the main thing that changes stress into vitality? In traditional Chinese medicine, stress affects every single organ, but especially the kidneys, liver, and heart, what I just mentioned. And so we get a lot of pent up negative energy. So let's tap right away. We get a lot of cortisol in our adrenal glands. We're going to do some lots of love flushing of our cortisol, and we're going to remove all this energy from our body. So we feel refreshed, revitalized. We're going to feel so good. So find that spot. We're going to do a lot of jumping around, right? And see how I didn't shut my phone off. My apologies. Oh, that's always a pain because my girls all have a class right about now, or I mean a discussion that they have. Um, and they have like a little chat group, and then they end up always calling me during this. So anyway, so let's bounce. I hope you are all bouncing, right? Stress and illness arise because of stagnation, and so we want it to be gone. So let's stand shoulder width apart and say, I am going to release what no longer serves my higher good. Nice deep breath. So let's begin first by let's throw out the trash. We are going to get it up and out. So we're going to lift our hands up, lift your feet up off the ground and knock them down. Lift them up and blow out that as you're coming down, up. Raise those heels high up the ground. I have my little booties on because it's cold here. We're clearing out everything that no longer serves us. Old hurts. So lift up, down to the ground. Whatever desires didn't happen that you want gone, they maybe are unrealistic and yet they need to be revamped. Let it go. Drop those heels into the ground because that activates and it lands right on that point to move that negative energy out of our body, because a lot of it gets stagnated and wants to live in our legs. That's one of the last places, or one of the first places, excuse me, where we feel this heaviness, if you will. So let's now feel. Just for a moment. Just for a moment. After you disturb all that energy, it wants to settle for a moment. Now, let's tap. We're going to tap, tap, tap. Now, if it hurts, tap with little pointed fingers. Otherwise, use a nice little fist. And so what I want you to do is take an inhale here and come up here and hold the breath. And then, so bring your hands down, breathe in. Let it go. One more time. All right, now put your hands in the center of your chest and smile at your heart. I love you, heart. Thank you for all the work you do for me. Nice, gentle smile on your face. Feel the energy of your heart. Feel your heart organ relax as you breath and it's smiling back at you. Now we're going to raise our hand up, and now we're going to put your hand on the top of your head and exhale stress and worry. And now go over to the other side. And now this time we're going to put our hand up And we're going to let it out, and we're going to push down. We're going to move that chi. We gathered it there under our arm. All right, let's go to the other side. Hand up, push that down. So a nice cupped hand under your arm. This is the first point on our heart meridian. So it's a good way to clear heat, anxiety, and stress. All right, bring your hands down. Now feel that energy. All right, let's tap, tap, tap. And now we're going to move down from here to our liver gallbladder meridian on both sides. All right, now relax your arms. Now feel this spaciousness. We just purged from our heart to our liver to our gallbladder. Next is the horse. So this is a good one to do this time of year. And we did this before, how a horse, so we want to puff up a little bit. So let your hands come up. So your hands will come up just like, you know how a horse does his shaking, he does like, bleh. So we're going to have our hands come up and then like he shakes. So have your hands come up and then let it out. So how he shivers, comes up our spine a bit. We're releasing this negative energy from our body. One more time. Shiver it out. All right. Now relax. How do you feel? And so this next one helps to clear excess cortisol, especially good time in the morning to get it out. And we want to lift up our hands up. And then our hands are going to come around. And so inhale, and then we're going to exhale down, palms facing the earth. And then we inhale, rise and open. We're going to exhale, bring it all down, gather this energy in. And then right here, we lift up. So inhale up, exhale, wash down. Breathe in, cross your arms down, gather that in. And then your hands are come here, come back down. And then your hands are going to come back down by your kidneys and go, and then come back around and then wash down. Flow through it. Feel how this warms up our kidneys. We're going to bring that in over here. And then rise up, draw down the heavens, balances this triple warmer so it calms our nervous system. Breathe in. Last time, inhale, gather it around, exhale. Inhale, pull it in, lift your feet up, and very good. Inhale and exhale, wash that all down. Now let's pause for a moment right here. Have your palms facing the earth and repeat after me. I accept what I do not have control over. I release it. I do not need to control it. Good work, guys. So let's get the chi to cross over into a nice, healthy pattern in our body. So put your arm and sweep down. And we're going to bring this energy up and over. And we're going to sweep down the opposite leg and then out the toes and let it go. So now sweep down the yin side, sweep up the yang side, sweep across, opposite side, bring it down, out the leg, and then out, shake it out. This is really a nice flow up that it reinforces this crossover spiral pattern in our body. and it organizes the chi. So our chi realizes, any negative memories, old habits just go away. They're just washing and clearing off. And then the energy reorganizes into this lovely pattern and clear. And then down, up, across, down and over, and out, out, out. Again, down, and then up, over, cross, down, out, out, out. Let's do one more. And after we do a few, you get used to the pattern. And you can always stop and pause and rewind and try it again. Our stress is perception of a situation. And when we shake, we release the stress. We release the stress. This changes our perception without even our power. We don't have to think about it. And once that stress is gone, we have capacity. Look up. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Say that. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Shake it out. Relax all your joints. Feel this nice shaking. Your spine, hips, knees, ankles. Tuck that chin back and in. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Let's move our hands up. So just visualize here you're shaking off other people's energy. Just shake it out. You're releasing everything that doesn't serve you. You don't need it. So go to the sides now. Anything that doesn't serve us, let it go. To the sides. Let's shake to the back. Let it go. Whatever doesn't serve our highest good is gone. Our body knows it's listening. All right, let's move up to our head. Whatever is going up into the universe to digest and rest, and then Mother figures it out, and they all work together, and then we don't need to worry. We don't need to worry about future because it's just getting worked on without us or our needs. So let's slow it down. Now enjoy this happy chi. It's buzzing, tingling, wanting to do the work for you. It's ready, aligned. All right, let's bring your hands to Bao Chi. Feet are shoulder width apart and fingers are pointing to each other. Just relax your chest. Now just sink into your lower abdomen. Let's do some deeper abdominal breathing right now. On the inhale, the abdomen rises with that deep breath. And then on the exhale, it pulls in towards the spine, like you're sitting on that bar stool. Straight and aligned spine. In Qigong, we call it bones up, flesh down. So it feels like our fascia is hanging down, our muscles are hanging down, but we have this elongation of our bones. So our spine, actually with Qigong, your spine ends up separating and creating space. All right, so let's breathe in. And up here, just go up to your chest and then come down. Turn your hands around, breathe in, up to your chest, and then breathe down. Inhale up. And now this time, let's exhale, rotate your palms up to heaven. Push up to heaven. Inhale, and then gather that chi all the way down into our lower dantian. Right here. And now exhale. Out our palms of our hands and our feet. Inhale up. Exhale up the crown of our head. Inhale into our crown, and now let's go down into the central channel. And now exhale out the palms of your hands and soles of your feet. Focus internally. We're pushing this chi up and out. And then grab that and then into the central channel, down into our lower dantian. Exhale those worries and fears. Let it go. Use your breath to guide your chi. With all this energy, it becomes brighter and clearer. Grab that, bring it down. Let's do one more. Tongue in the roof of the mouth when you're pushing down. Now let's hold this posture and just let any leftover heavy energy, just let it drain out. Mother Earth can transform it. She makes it into flowers. Just repeat now, I am free. Let's finish by charging our core energy. Bring your attention now to your central meridian channel, this line of energy that runs from the crown of our head all the way up our pelvic floor, up to the heavens. Now, on an inhale, let's draw our left hand up the central line. We're going to gather that chi and then sweep down to the earth. Now, the right hand, inhale up, gather, come back around, and exhale. This hand is down here. We're keeping this connection with the right palm in the earth here. We're gathering and bringing it back down and wash it down. Keep flowing through it. Push that energy down. Keep that connection. Now, this time, both hands rise up the central channel, gather chi, and wash it down. Inhale, draw earth chi up to your crown, gather heaven chi, and exhale. We're charging up this core energy. Last time, bend your knees as you come up here, tongue in the roof of the mouth, gather it, and you might feel some saliva coming down. That's okay. Pause here now. Connect to the earth. When our central channel's full of chi, we feel like this present moment flow, like this sync, this subtle syncness. There we go. So smile to your internal power that you created and repeat now. I trust my connection to source. Allow this affirmation to just resonate through every cell, because then our cells respond to the universe, not just you. Let's gather now into our lower dantian. Let's put our feet a little bit closer together. We're releasing now this effort, bamboo in the wind. We're surrendering. We're feeling this balance and freedom and inner peace. This is how it is meant to be. Let your body rock and sway. Let it release. Qigong is a diagnostic tool. As we're done finishing our practice, we calm our body down, and then our body starts talking to us. So listen. Let your breath lengthen. Let your fascia soften, and let your nervous system stand down. And everything just takes care of itself. At the end of a lesson, we always rub our ear. This one here is like our backbone. It's our gallbladder meridian. And it has a good way. Our ears are so much. It's a good way of letting our body know and our nervous system know, okay, we're done with that part, the vitamin E part, the E for exercise, right? But it isn't really exercise. It's a way our body can defend itself and heal at the same time. And so I love it. Um, so grab your water. You gave your water some really good intention. And I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thanks for joining me, all you on YouTube. If you stuck it out this long, go to my website. You can get 14 days for free. Like and subscribe here. I want to do way more teaching here on YouTube. It's way easier. It's much more accessible for a lot of people. They can just click on YouTube. So rather than having to, there's like 3 clicks if you go on my website to join a class, and on YouTube probably just be one. So like and subscribe. I'll have enough subscribers then to start teaching here. So hopefully this resonated with you. If so, we'll be back. Bye for now.